right. Safuhine,
Yeah.
the announcements of the ongoing IMF negotiations, what does it really mean to the ongoing IMF negotiations?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Right.
What it means is that the officials of the government of Ghana,
Right.
from the Ministry of Finance, and excuse me,
Sorry.
and officials of the International Monetary Fund have met and, as it were, agreed in principle on a certain framework
Right.
under which the government of Ghana can access a $3 billion facility of support from the fund in a program that will cover 3 years.
Right.
So that is what it is. And it is a first step in the fund assisting any government, any economy. At the moment, there are about 5 or 6 countries around the world who are virtually at the same stage. The next level is for the government of Ghana to begin to come up with a plan how it is going to balance its books,
Right.
reduce its debt overhang and everything, and with the support that will come from the IMF, be able to balance its books, as it were. That program would then be sent to the board, management of IMF, to examine, and then when that is accepted, the board of the fund will have to approve that plan. As we speak, while this agreement has been reached with the staff of IMF,
Right.
the fine details haven't been worked out yet. That is where we are. And that is where the real issues will come in. My a little discomfort is how a lot of people are being encouraged to believe that, and I've seen it on many of our platforms. Some people are actually believing that the money is virtually in the bank now, and that is probably one of the reasons why the dollar is coming down. We are not going to be able to finalize this arrangement until at the earliest, the first quarter of next year. And that will mean intensive work and negotiations to get there. Intensive work and negotiations, not just between the government of Ghana and the IMF, but the government of Ghana in itself working out its own plan. The government has to go into negotiations and discussions with all its creditors,
Right.
local and international. We talk about haircut or no haircut, whatever. The government has to go into negotiation with all those fund holders, because they all agree in principle that yes, there has to be some, but as to what level, how far it will go, what the rates would be, it has to be negotiated. And until that negotiation has been finalized, we cannot be certain as to what the figures would be. So there are various civil society groups are going to come in, labor will come in, others will come in. And there has to be, for this to be successful, a broader consultation. The government has to have...
What are some of the measures the president needs to put in place?
You see, first of all, why are we where we are? Why are we where we are?
Right.
Where we are is that the loans we have contracted, we are obligated to start paying back some of those loans. We are on the verge of not being able to keep up with our repayment levels. So we are on the verge of default, which will be serious for the country. Now, we have to work our things in such a way that the amount of money we are getting will help us to maintain our repayment schedules with our various creditors, both local and international. But at the current rates, we can't cope. We have to find a way of cutting down on our own expenditure and that is key.
Cut our coats according to
We
our
have
size.
to. And
No way.
we have to. And we must give, and look, this is negotiation. If you are going to negotiate with people whose pensions are going to be cut, whose savings are going to be cut, if you are going to negotiate with them, and you yourself haven't demonstrated that you yourself are prepared to make sacrifices on your own end as your part of the bargain, what kind of cooperation are you going to get from them? So it's something that is just expected. That in the management of the situation, you approach your creditors in such a manner that they will be conciliatory to your situation. You would also have demonstrated by your own actions and your own measures you have implemented on your own side to get their cooperation. And then we can come to an agreement quickly, go to the fund earlier, present it to the board and say, look, all our partners are in agreement, they are in support. This is where we are. The board will look at it, okay, it makes sense, we agree. In that case, this $3 billion is not coming to you, they're not going to write you a check. There's going to be a program as to how this money will roll out. It is support. It is not like they're giving you the cash. No.
Right.
So this is in reality where we are with the fund.
Okay.
So a lot depends also on us. Because if the board has not approved, we won't get that money. And for the board to approve, we must come up with a solid plan. And like the IMF, leader of the IMF team kept saying at the press conference he had yesterday with the finance minister and everybody, he said, it is an indigenous plan. In short, it is up to you to come up with a plan. They are not going to tell you what to do. You should come up with a plan yourself. Because the IMF is made up of, there are many top people in the IMF who are also Ghanaians. So it's not like the IMF knows better than Ghana government or people of Ghana. So you yourself should go and think.
Okay. So